Hello and welcome to this week's Cari Connects. I am Cari Muggs, and each week I pull a card from a deck and let you know what's coming up for the week and the signs and symbols to watch for. So this week we are using a card from the deck, The Shaman's Dream. It's by Colette Baron-Reid and Alberto Villado. So every week before I pull a card, I set an intention and I say a little prayer and I ask guides and source to pull the cards or release the cards that are meaningful for you or for whoever's going to listen to this or whoever's following me. And so I pulled the card this week, and then as I was putting the rest of the cards back, another card fell out. So this week we have two cards because I do not believe in coincidences and I totally believe in spiritual serendipity. And again, it's so crazy because they go together so well. So I'm excited for this. So the first card for this week is the Wall, and it says obstacles underneath it. So when in the past I still run, but I don't really run races or marathon. So in the past I ran a marathon. I don't really run races anymore. I just run that's where I started meditating. Actually, that's where I started. During the runs, I would have these really awesome meditative experiences. So I loved running at first, and I ran a marathon. And there's this thing called the Wall when you're training for a marathon or when you're training for mostly a marathon. And it's when there's times during your training that sometimes your body just physically cannot do it anymore, or you think you can't do it anymore, but you mentally tap in and you push yourself because the body just is going to try and trick you. And so you mentally push in and you push forward. The Wall is kind of when you're mentally and physically just done, just completely done. So this card means that you are going to hit the wall. So the wall is going to be this week. You're going to hit either this week or next week. All I know is January is kind of crazy anyways, as it is, because here's the thing. We go through October, November, and December, and we're getting together with all of our families. We're getting together constantly and we're having so much fun. And then January comes and we have a New Year's Eve party. And then all of a sudden we're supposed to recreate and create this whole new goals and all this stuff. And we're tired. We're exhausted. We're exhausted from October, in November and December. So we go through January with all these expectations. And a lot of times we're tired and we're sick, and this could be the wall. So if you haven't hit that wall yet, and don't put it out there if you haven't, don't say, oh, I'm going to hit the wall this week. It could be something super small, an obstacle that just kind of stops you for a second and you get over it. I don't want you to put anything out there that's really scary, but just know that if you hit the wall, this is really cool, that it's an experience. So the next card is the Drifter, which means you're experiencing. So experience these obstacles as they come. Don't try and fix them. Don't try and dwell on them. Just try and navigate through them. Don't put meaning behind them that's not there. Just try and navigate these obstacles that you're going to come across this week. That's why I thought this was so cool, because it's so hard to know that, to put out there. I'm not a fear mom. I don't like to put fear out there. So I don't like to be like, oh, here, they're going to have obstacles this week, and just be aware of that. Here's your answer, that they're going to be experiences. There's no pass or fail. There's no win or lose. Just know that there's experiences, and these obstacles are going to be there for a reason, or they're going to help you to create something that is beautiful. So just know that you can experience them and drift through them. Don't try and navigate them. Just try and drift through them. Does that make sense? You can try and navigate them if you're one of those people who think you have to control all the things, but just kind of drift through it, if that makes sense. So the signs and symbols to watch for is first the Wall. The Wall is like this blue, dark pyramid kind of thing. It's brick. It also has a keyhole in it that looks like from far behind, it looks like an eye, like the third eye, but it's also a keyhole, which is awesome because it means whatever obstacle or wall you hit, there will be a key to get out of it, or there will be an answer, or there will be a solution. Does that make sense? The key is don't try and look for it. It's probably just going to come on its own when you drift through it, like the Drifter, okay? Just sail through it, like the sailboat on this card, on the drifter card. Just kind of sail through it. Don't try to navigate. Just let it happen. So blue, the color blue, pyramid, obviously, keyholes, I'll count keyholes, also the third eye, and bricks, any kind of wall, any kind of bricks wall, which is kind of cool because on this card, the drifter card, there's also walls of water. Does that make sense? But I love the water because even if you hit the wall, the water symbolizes cleansing and beginning, new beginnings. So that's awesome too. And also too, there's this brightness, like there's a light at the end of the tunnel. See how this boat is drifting kind of down like this wall fortress thing, but there's light at the end of the tunnel. So right now the symbols are brick, eyes, the third eye, and keys, keyholes, and also sailboats, water or anything to do with sailboats, sailing. And a lot of times when you're sailing, you kind of drift. You kind of just go where the wind takes you, or you can change the sails to go where you need to go. So when you're drifting through these obstacles, kind of just take a minute, take a breath, give yourself some grace. Know that this January has been a little bit hard. And just know that you're not the only one going through it. So just that being said, my January has been kind of tough too. It's been slow go. There's been a lot going on. I'm not going to dwell on it. I'm just going to move forward, but I did hit the wall. Mine was last week. So sometimes when I pull these cards, it could be the week before, the week after. My wall was last week, but that's why there was, a Cari Connects was a day late, and that's why there was no podcast, because there was some other things going on behind the scenes. But everything is good now. Everything is good now, and we're moving forward. And I am going to come up with some things. I know I always say this is coming, but I'm putting this out there to tell you that these are the things coming up. I am going to have a mediumship class soon. I'm not sure. I was hoping to have it by the end of January. It didn't work out that way. So a mediumship class is coming soon. A mediumship circle. I'm going to start having circles, mediumship circles where people can come and start to work on their gifts, heighten their senses. I'm also going to have some programs that are going to help you with meditation, 30-day meditation program, and also manifesting programs too. So watch those. Those are coming. Also, I would really appreciate it if you would help me grow so other people can find this information. So if you could share this Cari Connects, or if you could share my podcast, Spunky Spirit, that would be awesome, because I want to try and help as many people as I can with these programs to learn to step into their power, because I love doing my readings and one person at a time, but I also want to help more people than just one person at a time, because I know there's a lot of you out there that want to learn how to connect and learn how to talk to your guides and talk to your ancestors. And so that's what I want to help too. So there you go. Oh, we forgot to look at the numbers. So the numbers on the wall are 5 and 6, 56. 555 means changes are coming. So that's perfect. These obstacles are going to create changes. They're going to be good changes. 666 means you're too much in your head, so stay out of your head. Now, when you see these signs and symbols, it's Spirit telling you, we've got your back. Don't worry. We told you this is coming, okay? Now, the next one is 1 and 4. So 14, if you see the number 14, or if you see, I like this number because 111 and 444. 111 means you're stepping into your power. You're stepping into your spirit. You're having your thoughts are creating your, that's why you can't be too much in your head with 666, because 111 says that your thoughts are creating. Also, 444 means that your angels are with you. They're watching over you and guiding you. So they're helping lead the boat. So awesome, awesome cards this week. I love you guys so much, and I appreciate all that you do for me. And I thank you for all of your patience and everything. And I hope the moon ceremony, I think we're going to have some more moon ceremonies coming up too, because I really like that. And I got a lot of good feedback on that too. So I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys next week.